Named by John Weaver in 1850, Weaverville quickly became a paradise to thousands of gold miners. Among these were approximately 2,000 Chinese miners The Joss House was their place of worship. In 1956, the Joss House, which means a temple amongst the forest beneath the clouds, was presented to the state for a state historical monument by Moon Lee, the last descendant of the Chinese mining families. The temple was first built in 1853, burned to the ground in 1873, and the present temple was built in 1874. There are many old historic homes and buildings in Weaverville. Amongst them is the Johnson House, built around the turn of the century. The Weinheimer House, built in 1880. The Gray House, built in 1906. The Flag House, built in 1876. The Loudon House, also built in 1876. Loudon Survey Office, built in 1895. The Hall House, 1876. The Hawker House, 1859. The Whitmore House, 1890. The Pacific Brewery, 1854. The Highland Art Center, 1893. Church, 1893. The Diggins Local Service Club. And the local house of, well, we'll just call it another social club. The Courthouse, 1856. Bandstand, 1901. The Catholic Church, first built in 1853, burned, rebuilt in 1924. This is some of the quiet neighbors near the Catholic Church. Comes with a ferocious watchdog. And the Getsy House, 1897. And the Reagan House, 1901. Since it was built, this house has been occupied and owned by no one but attorneys. One other old structure is Weaverville's first fire hall. Built in 1864, survived several fires due to its rammed earthen walls. The newly established fire department rented this building in 1906 and actually took title to it in 1910. This is the building where the 1854 Agnew hand pumper was stored. Pictured here is the Weaverville Volunteer Fire Department as it was in 1909. This is their class picture in front of the old fire hall. Note the gentleman with the white chief's hat in the center of the picture is a chief during that period of time, Chief Ben Barnacle. In 1949, this became Weaverville's new fire hall. Much controversy shrouds this building as to whether it was number 1, properly built, or number 2, built in the proper location. Pat Miller was fire chief in this department for 39 years. And when he retired in 1977, he said that the only goal he had left in life was to be shot by a jealous husband at the age of 110. Kind of sad to see an old friend abandoned. This is the old meeting room where dinners were served, arguments were sometimes solved, training films reviewed, elections held. In January of 1985, we finally had to ban the possession of firearms and knives at all meetings. The meeting before the banishment, and by the secretary's count, there were 7 handguns and 15 knives among the members present. Fortunately, the sheriff, who was unarmed and unprepared, was present along with 7 EMTs, 1 doctor, and George Files, our coroner, who by this time was wearing a big smile, at the same time searching for his muscatel. And this is Station 2, located on East Weaver Road, more commonly known as East Weaver Fire Department. Also has a possible problem on the property. Seems that part of the building is located on BLM property. This is the CDF station, Weaverville. Doug Bennett had a talk with God in February of 1986, and the floodwaters came at that time, forcing us to condemn Station 1 and move all of our equipment out to the CDF station. Well, here it is, April 4th, 1990. This is a dream come true. Been waiting for this for many, many years.
So now you got the other stand.
God damn.
You got enough pictures of me on the mercy table, everything else. Hey, what are you doing?
One Donnie Bickle.
What you need?
What's running down Trinity Dairy? You know where it's at? Did Joe give you about 4 gallons of that.